I think this is a great drum, actually. I'll be a bit disappointed to give it back. Okay, so this is a bit of a strange one for me because having been playing with this drum for the last hour, I'm still not completely sure what the wood is. It's a 14x6.5. You've got it's a segmented shell, and you can see the segments in the shell there. It's a lovely shell. I mean, I've not taken the drum apart, but just by looking through the head and feeling the outside, it's beautifully made, and it's some lovely wood has been used. If you're not familiar with segmented shells, basically think little blocks of wood that have been glued together to form the round shell, and that's about as far as it goes. Canopus is double-ended nodal lug here. I've kind of always been a fan of that because it's kind of it's understated but does a nice job. I mean, I like it anyway. You've got the badge on here actually. This just says it's a limited edition by special order, so I'm not completely sure. There you go. You've got eight lugs, as I said, die-cast hoops, top and bottom. You've got, I quite like the sort of just this. I mean, it's a fairly simple butt plate, but I quite like that. It works well with the drum and the rest of the hardware. Canopus's choice in snare mechanisms. I mean, it works. It is fairly smooth. It does one thing, arguably two things on and off. I've never really been a big fan of the way it looks. I just think that I tell you what, my actual issue with it is really just the arm. It's the actual throw. I just think you get this sort of throw on like cheaper, lower end snare drums. You get this type of throw off, or at least with this type of arm, and I think it spoils the aesthetic for me personally. But you got Canopus wires. They make some of the best wires in the business. You can't go wrong with that. You've got quite a sharp bearing edge with it looks like a little bit of a sort of a counter cut on it, but I think that's probably about a 45-degree angle edge. It's quite sharp. The snare bed is about there to there, and as you can see, you've got these are both Remos, but they're Canopus branded Remos. So you've got a hazy on the bottom, and you've got an ambassador coated on the top there. I mean, all in all, this is a lovely drum. I've got no idea at the time of doing this how much this drum actually is to buy. I've got no idea in the slightest. But I took it out the case. As I said, it was given me the other day to bring home and review and have a play with. It came out of the case. Actually, basically, as you'll hear straight away, at the first tensioning, it came out. It was cranked up quite high. But you know what? It sounded really nice. It was a lot of attack, quite dry, and I really liked that. The only thing I actually did, as I do with pretty much all my snare drums, is just crank the bottom head up. I did a good few turns on that. I think, to be honest, it's not actually even as tight as I would normally have my own, but it worked just fine for me where I put it. And as I said, that's quite snappy. I've got this down more of a sort of middly type thing now. As I said, I've done 4 tensionings on it, so you're quite high, sort of maybe a medium high, a medium low, and then a low. I think it worked actually, to be honest, I think it worked at all 4. Although with the last tensioning, I did slack the wires off just slightly, and as you'll hear, there's a big sort of whoomph coming from the shell. Because you wouldn't normally tune a drum down that low and not have any sort of dampening on it because of exactly what you're going to hear, which is as I said, that sort of woof sort of sound. But it wasn't unpleasant. It was very sort of even in terms of the sound, the sound wave. And in that respect, can't fault it. This is my I think this is only my second sort of, well, I say second, maybe third experience with Canopus drums, and the funny thing is the other two experiences were basically with Zelkovas. I first tried a Canopus drum about 10 years ago when I reviewed two Zelkovas, the 14.5.5 and the 14.6.5. I was a bit bummed to have to give them back. I think I actually had a kit as well. I've got a feeling I had a kit of theirs as well, which was very nice as well, all at the same time. And then just recently, some of you on Instagram and Faceache may have seen I posted a couple of photos, or a photo or two anyway, of a Zelkova, which I finally managed to get for myself after 10 years of wanting one. So that'll be coming up at some time in the near future. But anyway, as you see, as you're here, I think this is a great drum actually. I'll be a bit disappointed to give it back, but there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is what it looks like, this is what it sounds like, and I'll see you in the next video.